It is June 10th for a weekly maintenance at Cammie and Jeff's. And I want to point out the trimming done on the hedges today. There was quite a bit of trimming of boxwoods. These lovely 7 squares up front along the top here and the sides of the top. This whole level and this whole level and this lower level all got trimmed up, and also 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and all of these shrubs. They got a nice shape up. They were just really scraggly, and I felt like they could do better in form, so we have some form now. We also did some trimming in the back, so those hedges. It's 1,000 degrees today. The jasmine is doing beautifully up here. It got watered thoroughly, and it looks just fine, nice and flowering. So I can't really, I can. No, I can't. The gate kind of opens backwards, and they have this double gate. So I'll just point from over here, and I'll enter on the other side later. But these hedges are nicely in form. It's also totally blown out. And then dog poopy is kind of messy over here, so we didn't hose it down today. But I will say the smell is greatly improved from before. It definitely smells much better. And then for the back, I'd like to point out that this guy has totally not made it, and maybe we should replace it with something. That would be great. The hedges aren't too bad, but as always, we could get to this area next time. I'm really glad that we did get to those 3 areas. And that third space is where the Yoshino cherry is going to go. This area is looking nice. The chat is good. The trees are good. Flowers doing great. Working on cleaning all of this up right now. The stones got weeded out. The whole front got weeded out and trimmed up. The ground cover is really taking over. It was like mounding and doing crazy things and in all of the plants. So we got it out as best we could from the grasses and the feature focal plants, and also trimming along the edge there so it's not just all the way in. We got it out of the boxwoods. It was just full on in the boxwoods. And then up here as well, it was all in the boxwoods. These got a nice shape up, this front line. And we watered all of this. This was looking a little dry. That other side, this definitely got irrigated this morning, but I did see Eduardo was here. Otherwise, it's looking quite beautiful up here. Planters, kind of so-so. We trimmed up all of these cones, so they are in nice mountain forms, pyramid mountains. The new plants, though, a little bit sparse, but it is what it is now. This is looking nice. All of this was blown out and swept out. Very clean, tidy property today. Planters, we watered, so the plants have the best shot that they can. Little doggy toy right there. This got cleaned up along the edge. Same with over here. This nice form. Nice along the edge. This jasmine is looking beautiful. This also got cleaned up. Things get kind of moved around. Doggies are barking. Looking good back here. There's no new needle dropping. This is pretty good. Planters, we watered back here as well. This is what they're looking like now. Some impatiens and Swedish ivy and lamium. We'll see how that goes. Thoroughly watered those 4 big boxwoods, those could be trimmed up, the topiaries. And the rest of them were still going to get a little bigger. They were just a little bit scrawny, and they're still in their growth stage. This is all looking really, really nice. I'll see next time deadheading the peonies, or at least pulling off the dead leaves and cleaning that up and making sure the soil is nice and fluffed. All of this was blown out. These were all watered. This is the new setup once again with the same thing from the other planters. Watered it nicely. Same with this one. Thoroughly watered. Everything's looking pretty good except for the Jenny, and the lilies are still not doing too hot. The jasmine's doing great. We took the dead leaves out of it today, so I did notice all these nice little green bits. I think these are gonna all bloom. So yeah, it's coming back. And then down here we deadheaded. The geranium's looking beautiful. The Jenny is so, but the geranium, at least, and the alyssum are quite nice. So pops of color. And I wanted to point out there are 3 boxwood in the front that need to be replaced. 3 dwarf boxwood. So we definitely have the Yoshino cherry, the 3rd one, that needs to be replaced. And then that in the front, it's really noticeable now. All of this was cleaned out. They're doing a little work on the irrigation though, so you can't kind of clean where they're standing. Oh yeah, from back here I did want to point out these trees Cammy brought to my attention. They're looking not too bad except for those 3 in the middle. Those 3 trees are just really sparse at the bottom and don't have as much lush growth. I'd say they're not doing terrible. They're not like dropping leaves or pine needles all the time, but they're just not making as strong as a comeback as the other ones did this year. And they definitely made a strong comeback because I remember how rough it was in the fall and the spring. So the fertilizing is going good for some of them, but this round boxwood needs to be replaced. Just a sweet round boxwood. So 1 round one, and then up front these dwarf boxwoods, true dwarf. Let's go with 3. So 1, 2, 3, and then the little one. That is what we need to replace as far as boxwoods. And that's our weekly cleanup for today. Thank you very much.